Hope you can hear me fine. I'm Vedanarayanan. Can you hear me now? I'm Vedanarayanan. I happen to be a marketeer by chance. I moonlight as a creative writer with hopes of making it big someday and hopefully breaking out of the corporate rat race. My theme today is on Symbolophobia, which is the fear of symbols, and this is my story. I'm dead. I'm narrating the story even as I look at my lifeless body lying prostrate in the ambulance stuck in Chennai's night traffic. Sad realities of the great Indian urban dream. Oh, sorry, forgot about you guys, my audience. Let me give you a quick flashback. I was alive till about 20 minutes ago. What, pray, could have happened in 20 minutes, you ask? Let me tell you, brace yourselves. I looked at my watch for possibly the 40th time in the last 10 minutes. The device showed 8:30. I'd been waiting for close to an hour now. Was my watch actually working? It seemed to have been stuck at 8:30 for God knows how long. The waiters were beginning to look at me suspiciously now. I could hear some of them sniggering. It was a weekday after all, and Tuesday nights were the leanest at the Cream Center restaurant. Some rich, bored housewives made their way into the hotel, the typical Arepuram posh kind. Will there be anything else, sir? It was the manager. The sarcasm was unmistakable in his voice. Get me another coffee. And what is that on your uniform? You mean this, sir? He asked, pointing at the ghastly-looking shape which had been stitched just above his left shirt pocket. Yes, that abomination. What is that? My hand was shaking now. I forced a glass of water down my throat to calm myself. This is our hotel's logo, sir. It's a symbol we're all proud of. Just stay away from me, will you? Don't come close to me wearing that. The manager walked away and whispered something into the waiter's ear. I was sure he was asking him to spit in my coffee. I tried calling her again. There was no response. My bladder was full. I had to make another visit to the restroom. Screw this. Cancel the coffee. Get my check. I grimaced as I got up. I had been holding it back for a while now. I returned from the restroom, paid the bill for the 5 coffees with a generous tip. I stood up to leave, and that's when I saw her. She was beautiful, more beautiful than in the photos. I doubt if the mythical Apsaras Menaka and Ramba could have been more ravishing. She was slender as a gazelle with long flowing hair. Her skin was milk white, and the lips were a hue of the most wonderful shade of pink. Sorry I'm late. My phone was in silent mode. I got so immersed in shopping, and, well, here I am. I wanted to say something. I knew I wanted to, but the words refused to come out. My jaw seemed to be stuck for some reason. Born in Chennai, I was used to sweating all the time, but I could now feel sweat beads pouring down my forehead in a restaurant which till a few minutes ago felt freezing cold. Are you all right? Please don't be angry. Why don't you say something? I realized then why I was unable to speak. I was transfixed. Her eyes, they were hypnotic, mesmerizingly beautiful. I was under her spell. They were housed inside a perfectly chiseled face which towered over a long, slender neck. I thought to myself, she couldn't have weighed more than 60 kilograms, could she? How could someone so perfect agree to meet me for a dinner date even after seeing my photo? Was I really going to get to marry her? I could not imagine my luck. I finally managed to get the words out of my mouth now. I almost bit my tongue after I said them. I wanted to run behind the words and stuff them back into my mouth, but it was too late. They were already out. I want to marry you. I'm sorry, what did you just say? That was fast. She burst out laughing. Her teeth, they were so perfect. Her smile, the curve of her lips, and that dimple. I was even more in love now. Her every action seemed to be pushing me further in love. She rocked her head back, moved her hair to one side, and continued laughing. I sighed and felt myself getting sucked deeper into the vortex. I was in a trance, immersed in appreciating the beauty of her laughter. I was in heaven. Just then, I was broken out of my reverie. I noticed a tattoo on her right hand. It was a large swastika in a blood-red color. I'd been so immersed in admiring her beauty that I had completely missed seeing this, in fact. I felt a churning in my stomach and recoiled in terror at its sight. I let out a scream of horror as she moved her hand bearing the tattoo closer to mine. I shifted my chair away from her in a reflex action. I knocked over a waiter carrying a bowl of sizzlers. The contents of the plate dropped over me and I screamed once again, this time in agony. Oh, are you all right? She put her hands over my face and chest to make sure I was fine. The sight of the swastika so close was making me nauseous. I thought to myself, was I crazy? Was I about to reject the most beautiful woman in the world over a silly symbol? Was I for real? But my condition was, my heart was beating faster and she pressed her tattooed hand over my chest for possibly the 10th time in the last minute. I was beginning to fade out. The next thing I remembered was she frantically calling for an ambulance with me lying flat on the floor and being carried out. The rest is history. Thank you.